Welcome to episode 45.
45. The market update for the month of February.
That's right.
We get into it.
Yeah, we get into all the... Ooh.
We are dealing with daylight savings time syndrome. Can we just start with that?
Let's do that.
This whole episode is heavily influenced by the 1 hour of sleep we lost. And please bear with us. There's a lot of wild tangents we go on. A lot of laughter. The giggly guys are back. We talk about Joey's jam session.
That's right.
And we're not talking about food.
Yeah, we get it. Oh, yeah. No, we did talk about some food.
Yeah, but your jam session is not. You didn't make jam this week. You
Oh,
literally.
yeah.
I don't want to spoil it. But
So we talked about, we did some food scene conversation.
there you go.
Then we got into some news you can use around 8 minutes. And then around I'm assuming what is the 13-minute mark.
That's a guesstimate. We'll go with it.
Yeah. Actually, all of this is a general guesstimate.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We do our market update around the 13th minute.
Yeah. So if you want to just skip ahead to the market update.
And stay to the end because Joey does a really good summary of what happened to prices pre-COVID, during COVID, and current.
Yeah.
Real eye-opener there.
Yeah, February is an interesting month.
Because of love. Enjoy the show.
Enjoy. Welcome to the Toronto Livings Podcast, a conversation about all things Toronto with a focus on real estate, the culture, and of course, the food.
I'm Mark Savel.
And I'm Joey Virgilio.
And we're realtors with Sage Real Estate working together as a Toronto Livings team with a focus on helping you buy better, sell higher, and of course, having a little bit of fun along the way.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, Joey. Happy Daylight Savings Day.
Happy Daylight Savings Day.
How bad do you feel today?
Terrible.
Same.
Terrible. Let's hope to God New York gets on board pretty soon.
And Quebec.
Yes.
The last two holdouts of this miserable thing we call daylight savings time.
Yeah, this is brutal. My alarm went off and it was in the middle of a deep sleep when it happened. That 1 hour shift really makes the difference.
It does. I told you on previous time change episode, all the side effects that come of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's proven. It's statistically proven.
Statistically, yes. We do have facts to back this claim up. And you know what else facts we have this month?
Ooh.
A lot of them.
We do have a lot of facts.
We're doing a market update.
Talking about statistics.
Statistics. Episode 45.
Episode 45. We're doing a market update for what happened in February.
We are. But shall we start as we always do?
I think so.
All right.
How was your week and where did you eat?
I did a lot of wild things this week.
Yeah.
It feels like I lived a month in the last 7 days.
Your Instagram was popping over the last little bit.
Went to the Leaf game Wednesday night. Quick summary of my week that was. Went to the Leafs game, sat in incredible seats. Shout out Andrea Z. He took us, me, Alex, and Joe to the game. We sat actually in the restaurant, which was a wild experience.
Yeah.
And we got to eat while watching the game.
Oh, you were in the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
The seats were in the restaurant, front row, watching the game.
Oh, I love that. I saw the espressos and the...
Oh, that was a whole rigmarole. Okay. At the end of the night, so we had some really good smash burgers. If you ever go to I think it's called the Hot Stove restaurant, whatever it is, the smash burgers were actually really good.
Nice.
And so I was, feeling like an espresso. I didn't know if I was going to get one, and I asked our server, I'm like, "Can I get an espresso?" And she's like, "What's that?" I'm like,
"What's that?"
Mi scusi? And I'm like, it's like a little tiny coffee served in a small cup, and it's really good.
Yeah.
She's like, "No, we don't. I don't know what that is." I'm like, "Somebody give me my phone. I got to Google like what an espresso is." I guess she just couldn't hear me. Okay. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, we serve those." So we had espressos at the Leaf game, which was quite the treat.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Big Austin Matthews scored his 54th goal. We won in overtime.
Yeah.
So go Leafs go. I was wearing my Austin Matthews jersey, which I was super psyched about.
Love it. Yeah.
Friday, I got to hang out with old friend Matthew Slutsky of Buzz Home fame.
Right.
And Ara Memorian. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but Ara from Real Brokerage, the spring team. We got together in a super secret sales center, and we had a really interesting meeting in a coffee shop on Marley.
Oh.
Yeah, is where it started. And then you open up a bookcase and you go into this
get out of here.
Super secret sales center. I can't say much more than that for now, but it was quite interesting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Friday was women's night, so the wife wanted tacos. Yep. I took her to the world famous Abriges, I'm butchering that name, taco spot on Dufferin, and best tacos in the city.
Okay. We were just talking about this before
air,
and I need to go there.
I tried that michelita.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying that right either, but that michelita was something.
Yeah. It looked like something.
There was brown sauce is all they would, just brown sauce. I don't know what it's made of. some clamato juice or I don't know, tomato sauce. I don't know. There was a beer in it. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah. Feeling good the next day. Did it hit you?
Oh, it hit me.
Yeah.
Oh, it sent me to another world for a little bit. Yeah, but it was good. And then Saturday I went to the TFC game.
Yeah, which looked crazy.
Super last minute. Client of mine invited me out, and there was like freaking front row seats. It was front row, it was front row seats.
It looked like you were hanging out with the players.
Kind of was, yeah. A couple guys came by. It was quite interesting. And so whatever money I spent on Wednesday, which was a lot in that restaurant, I made back Saturday because the Tunnel Club, the food is free.
Oh, there you
So
go.
I made sure I ate back all the money I spent at the Leaf game. So that's how, smart economics over here. That was my week, man. A lot of eating.
Yeah, you did some stuff this week.
I did some stuff. Yeah.
That's good.
How about you? Where'd you get up to?
So this week was a little bit lighter on my end, but I did end up at Cherry Jam. I ended up at Cherry Jam this week, and I wanted to shout them out.
Sure.
Because they're an awesome little rehearsal space that's on Islington. And I wanted to shout out Kathy from Cherry Jam. Cherry Jam Rehearsals is what it's called.
And Kathy's who we're shouting out.
Yeah.
Shout out Kathy.
Shout out Kathy. Always be in there. Always ready to book us in.
You were jamming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, still jam with like a group of guys.
Is there a new record coming out?
We'll see. We'll see.
Slash has a new record coming out it's a blues record.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And what's the guy from Aerosmith? Tyler Perry?
That doesn't sound right.
I think I made that name up. The main guy,
Yeah, Tyler. Oh my God.
Long hair, Armageddon.
I gotta look it up.
If I close my eyes in the sweet surrender. Does that ring a bell?
Singer of Aerosmith. Steven Tyler.
Yeah, that's close enough. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's not a singer for Aerosmith.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is another celebrity.
Yeah, he makes the movies. Tyler Perry, Medina. I'm so messed up with this time change. He plays the harmonica on Slash's new album.
Oh,
Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're so off today.
Yeah. This time change is real.
Blame it on the time change.
Yeah.
He's got a new album coming out, so maybe you should do a blues
maybe
album.
okay.
I'll play the wooden spoon.
You ever see that video of the old guy who's always
I'll play one of those for you. Awesome. So how many guys jammed?
There's how many of us are there? There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of us.
Oh wow,
yeah, 6 of us.
Pretty big band.
There's like 14 guitar players.
Nice. And you guys, is it rock?
Yeah, we literally just get together. We play some covers and just like sometimes we'll just learn one on the fly. Literally play a phone through a microphone, and everyone's just trying to pick it up really quick.
That's incredibly impressive.
It's a blast. It is honestly like since I stopped the band stuff like ages ago. This has been like a reintroduction to all this stuff, and like it is legitimately so much fun to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you cover? Give me some songs.
Oh, we do like Queens of the Stone Age,
nice.
Some Kings of Leon stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, all that kind of rock realm, like those kind of genres.
2000s rock.
Yeah, mid 2000s. Yeah, let's say mid 2010s kind of thing.
All right. Any no, you don't like Fall Out Boy. Blink 182.
We don't do any Blink 182. No. We should though. I gotta pitch that in the next
time. Yeah, it's so we're gonna use you at an open house. Get the band together, jamming out on the front lawn. Yeah.
One of our guys knows how to play the accordion, so they can get that going.
Sold. Why have you held out on me all this amazing information?
But Cherry Jam rehearsals.
Cherry Jam.
Shouting them out. And if you have the opportunity to book, aim for room 4 for the musicians out there.
And Kathy is working room 4?
No. Room 4 is just, there's something about it.
There's magic in room 4.
There's some magic there.
All right. Yeah. I respect that. Did you eat this week?
No, I was going to go to Beer Town, but didn't
make Beer Town this week?
Shucks. Yeah.
Well, I ate for the both of us, so we're good. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Thank you for taking care of that for us.
My pleasure. Shall we get into a little bit of news we can use?
I think so, yeah. News you can use. Oh, that was like a Slash solo.
Yeah,
kind of like a real slow, like maybe more Eric Clapton if we're talking about.
Slow hand.
Yeah,
I like Clapton.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. You know Emily in Paris?
I know Emily only because of you.
Only because of me. Her dad is. Oh, this is gonna sting me. Google Emily in Paris' dad.
Okay.
Your mind's gonna be blown when you find out who her dad is.
Emily in Paris.
Emily in Paris, dad. Phil Collins? Yeah.
Yeah, drum solos.
Yeah. Phil Collins. Who'd have thought?
Not me. Yeah.
Not me.
Okay, wait. I got to see who Emily in Paris is, though.
Phil Collins' daughter.
Well, now that's the connection.
Molly's not into.
No, she never
Emily in
watched
Paris.
Yeah,
It's you know what? It is a guilty pleasure. I will say this.
Is it a reality show?
No.
Oh, it's like a show.
Yeah, it's a show. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like loosely based on like
Lily Collins is
Lily
her
Collins.
name.
Yeah, Phil Collins' daughter.
Yeah.
There you go. Useless data for the week. All right, let's get into something serious here.
Yeah.
Very serious here.
Oh yeah.
Lending rates.
Ooh.
The Bank of Canada has decided to hold once again. They've left the rates untouched since September, and in their March 6th update decided we're going to leave things right where they are.
That's right. 5%.
5%.
Sitting at 5%.
Sitting at 5.
Holding that line.
Yes, this is great news if you are a variable holder, if you have a line of credit, and this has no impact on you if you are on a fixed rate.
Yep.
But a lot of people are having renewals coming up, and so we are hopeful that we do have some relief. A couple drops come in. A good friend of the show, Chris Mulder, he seems to think, well, he doesn't seem to think, he pointed out that all media articles, every article out there is saying June.
Yes. Yeah. Which is, I guess makes sense. I would have been surprised if they started dropping them earlier, because we're still on like teeter tottering on this, like really, on this pinnacle at the moment.
Yeah.
Also, can we shout out Chris Mulder for his updates?
Yeah, we can. Oh, you got it this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. I reshared it because I was like, they're nice bite size little updates, and I don't have to search Google or start reading a bunch of articles. I could just watch Chris Mulder and his quick take on it.
He gets right to the point, tells you what you need to know, and sends you on your way with a little lunch bag.
Follow Tridac Mortgages.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to pay attention to this.
Show notes.
Add
it to the show notes.
Yeah.
I'm going to buck the trend, though. I'm going to say that the next meeting of the Bank of Canada results in a rate drop.
Ooh.
I'm going to say before June we get one.
You think before June?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to bet against you on that one.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we wagering?
I don't know. We haven't wagered something in a while.
It's been a while since we've had a good wager.
Yeah.
I
got one. So, okay, wait. I don't know if we should say this on air, but
well, we're doing it.
We're soon to be doing another live on location.
Yes.
I say the loser has to do the ice bath. Oh no, we'll probably be in before then. We'll probably have the news.
We'll probably, yeah. We'll come up with something good.
All right, we'll have to come up with something.
We'll think of something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like where your head's at, though.
Okay.
Pain.
Can I give another news you can use?
Yes, please.
That I think everybody should know about.
Yes.
Dairy Queen
is
having a free ice cream cone day.
All right.
March 19th, mark it in your calendars.
Let's go.
Head to your neighborhood Dairy Queen and get yourself a nice free cone on March 19th.
We are not sponsored by Dairy Queen, and this is just a free shout out a la Joey.
Free shout out.
What's your go-to Dairy Queen order?
Usually I stick with Blizzards.
You're a Blizzard guy.
I'm an Oreo Blizzard guy.
Oh yeah. Oreo all day. Or if I'm feeling really risque, Reese's Pieces.
Oh, Reese's Pieces I can get on board.
But then my tummy hurts.
Yeah.
So I just stick to the Oreo. Stick to the stuff that my stomach agrees with.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. No. Oreo Blizzard all day long. They're free cones though.
I understand.
We're gonna promote. Yeah. We're gonna. But
I just asked what your order was. I'm not trying to.
I don't want to mislead the public.
No. I'm well aware. There's only free cones. I love a vanilla chocolate dipped.
Yeah.
The chocolate dipped is fire from Dairy Queen.
I'm on board with that. I used to get, so when ice cream trucks rolled around, I get the twist. The twist was the go-to.
Yeah, you don't mess it. With the soft serve, you get the twist.
Yeah.
That's just, like screw those weirdos who get like a sundae from there. I'm like, what the heck? You know how long those bananas been sitting in there?
Chocolate one side, vanilla the other.
Straight simple.
Simple.
I'm with you on that. And something we already alluded to, we are getting an extra hour of sun.
Yeah.
It's here. Daylight savings time.
It is here. I'm actually happy it's here.
Yes.
I hate that it happened.
Yeah.
If we can just lock in this time moving forward,
just leave it as is.
Let's just leave it like this.
Yeah. I agree with that. Full stop.
Yeah.
Remember that heart attacks and strokes are up. Trying to take this to a morbid turn, but this is what daylight saving times does to people.
Yeah. We're talking statistics.
Statistics, It's a 25% jump in cardiac events. I this time I looked it up from the AARP website.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, super official.
Yeah, very true. It makes sense, man.
Yeah, so take your time out there. Like legit, go to bed an hour early.
Yeah. When my alarm went off this morning, I straight up almost had a heart attack. So
see, Joey almost became a statistic. Don't become a statistic. Go to sleep early. Yeah, all about that. I think we're good with all that. I think we that's a nice little pin on it.
Should we get into the meat?
Oh,
and potatoes.
You didn't come up with something else? I was hoping you would.
I wasn't. No. I'm
like-
sticking with it. I still do love meat and potatoes. So
What about fish and chips?
fish and chips are they're all right.
Meat and potatoes are your go-to?
Yeah.
Is that your staple?
I legitimately, when I plan meals, I'm pulling something out of the freezer.
That's meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if I can do potatoes, just take a really long time to do. But yeah, when I do them,
You didn't get an air fryer yet, eh?
no.
Oh, dude.
I've literally been offered free air fryers.
From who?
From
Who is this source?
all of my family. Yeah. I've been like, we're getting rid of our air fryers. Do you want it?
Take it. Wait, why are they getting rid of it?
I'm getting kiboshed.
Are they getting better ones?
No, they just don't use it.
Oh, missed opportunity. Massive missed opportunity. We have 2. We run 2 at a time.
You have 2?
Oh, yeah. We run 2 air fryers at a time.
It sounds like you should just use an oven at that point.
No. Because it's so much quicker. The food comes out, especially like chicken, it comes out so juicy and tender. And salmon, we're a big fan of in the air fryer.
I have to still try it. I've never tried it.
How about we have you over?
I like that. I'll come up. Meat and potatoes? Sounds good.
No, we're not a meat and potatoes household. My wife air fries. No, she doesn't air fry. She dehydrates asparagus leaves. I don't know what she does. I just eat it.
She does, yeah.
But not asparagus leaves.
Oh, they're leaves of something.
They're leaves of something, yeah. She cooks me asparagus, but asparagus don't have leaves.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Spinach.
Spinach.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
a day.
Okay.
Okay. Shall we get into the numbers?
The numbers.
Let's do that.
Yes. Yeah. Transition time. Yeah. Transition time. Lovely.
All right, so let's get into it.
February, leap year. We had an extra day in February.
Yeah.
Didn't really affect the numbers too much, but I thought I should just add that in there.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
I was trying to do the outlier. Like, one extra day in February really skewed. Nah, everything's still the same. It looked good. Everything looked pretty sunny in February.
It was everything went up.
Everything went up. We kind of saw the remnants of this in January. We saw the storm brewing and things looking like it was going to kind of pick up. And sure enough, they did. 32% jump in month over month for sales and a 17% year over year increase.
That's pretty solid.
Double positive.
Like
that.
Big numbers too. So for a number's sake, it went from January was 4,200 sales for the month. February, 5,600.
Yep. Makes sense. Looks like kind of what we see. January is always a little bit of a softer month, just given the seasonality of things. And February is kind of the slow ramp up to the spring market.
Yes.
We did see quite a bit of pickup of activity in the detached segment, lots of house sales. Like I said, everything I've been involved in was a bidding war for houses. And kind of what we expected. The numbers do reflect that.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, exactly. We saw the ramp up of the end of January, which makes sense why January's was lighter. Also, it's historically just lighter. It's a lighter month in general.
Yeah.
So it makes sense with what we're seeing and what just generally tends to happen.
Yeah, and all this resulted in an 8% price increase.
Yeah.
Average price, $1,108,720 meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Nice pull in. So I'm feeling a little
nervous there.
Yeah. So we had our predictions towards the end of the year.
In December, you and Christopher Daniel Mulder and Joey Daniel Virgilio both came together and said what they thought the numbers would be.
Yeah.
Chris said 1,175,000. You said 1,150,000. Super Savel said 1,235,000.
Plug on that name too.
I'm not there yet, but it's only February and we're climbing.
It's I'm feeling a little different than I did at the end of the year. It's easy to feel that way when it's climbed that quick in a month.
Yep.
So we're kind of already almost at my prediction.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see where things end up. We still have to go through the summer.
Correct. So we got the heavy months coming from about April to June is when the market really starts to.
Yeah. And what makes me nervous is that we haven't
had a rate drop.
We haven't had a rate drop yet. So I don't know. That's
we shall see.
We shall see what happens.
Yeah. Days on market has come down quite a bit.
Actually, this stat shocked me when I saw it.
Yeah.
Like quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
So it was at 54 days on market.
Yep.
now 37.
That's a pretty big drop.
That's a huge drop.
We're still in slow-ish territory. Like 37 is still quite a long time for places to be in the market.
Yeah.
Nowhere near some of the primes we saw in the heat of the market of 15 to 20 days, but a drop from 54 to 37. It's in the right direction.
I'll point this out. This is all the products combined. So this is
big picture.
All the segments. Yeah. So we're seeing that. I still think condos are lagging.
Correct.
But we're seeing the quick move with any of the freehold stuff, detached semis, towns.
Yep.
And I think that's where that's numbers really making those big moves.
Yeah, those three segments are definitely leading the drop in days on market. Condos is probably a bit of a lag as to why it is still over 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's looking pretty in February. Everything is indicating a strong. I'm so cautious when I say looking pretty for sellers.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Buyers, it's going to start to get a lot more competitive as we've seen, and I think that's going to spill over to condos. And probably in the next couple of months, we'll see some of that uptick.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We see the. We'll get into it towards the end of it, but we'll see that the inventory is starting to tighten.
Love it. Love when you do those MOIs, month of inventories.
MOIs.
Yeah. Shall we get into sales?
I think so.
Sales in the 416.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I was going to say all sales went up.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah, winner, chicken dinner, both month over month and year over year.
Yeah.
Semis took the strongest lead. There was a 70% month over month jump, followed by detached at 66%, towns at 45%, and condos 14%.
14%.
Now we're talking sales, not prices.
Again, I want to make a pact.
Okay.
Well, maybe not a pact. Can we sign a petition maybe? Can we start changing the name of sales to transactions?
That would be very smart.
It would be so helpful to not confuse when you're talking about, sales went up 50%. No,
Right.
that's not prices. It's transactions.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Pact.
Pact from now on.
Pact. Transaction.
Pact.
The TP boys.
Transaction time.
Yeah, transaction time. I like that.
Wind. We're doing like Captain Planet.
Water.
Earth. Yeah.
Fire. Was Fire the last one?
I think so.
What was the theme song to that one? Do you remember that? It was hyper specific reference. Like you had to be born in the 90s
$1,000,000,000
to get that reference. What was the show called? Captain Planet?
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. Was it TVO?
Maybe.
YTV.
YTV sounds more right.
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. Yeah, I love it.
Some people watch it a little bit more than others, but okay. We used to watch the Smoggies. Do you remember the Smoggies?
No.
No, the Smoggies?
Smoggies, I don't.
Yeah, Smoggies were a group of really bad people that lived on a big polluting ship. And the Sun Tots, they were these beautiful mythical creatures that protected the earth. Yeah, no, Smoggies?
No,
I'm going to send you a YouTube clip, man. Smoggies were awesome.
No,
Smoggies were bad. The Sun Tots were awesome. I don't remember the name of the show, but somebody will know the reference.
Sun Tots. I like that.
Sun Tots, yeah.
Okay, so the only thing I was going to say on the fact, bringing it back to stats, was semis almost doubled in transactions.
Yes.
So that's pretty big.
That's huge.
The numbers were small in general. So it went from 106 transactions to 181 transactions, but still almost doubled.
And condos are back to over 1,000 sales.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that for a long time. I think it was like August of last year that the condo market cracked 1,000 sales.
Yes.
So that's a pretty good indicator that, that window of buying a condo and the price benefits we've been talking about might be starting to close.
Yeah, this, especially over the next couple months.
Yep.
It's going to be, people are coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. So activity's picking up. And that kind of matches what we're seeing out there, that things are busy. All houses that we've been involved in are set up for bidding wars, and most are getting them. Although the one caveat, like we've said, still I'm seeing the similar trend.
Yep.
We're not seeing insane prices yet.
Yes.
We are seeing people bid for houses, but we're not seeing that 2022, early 2022 pricing for what they end up selling for.
1,000,000%. I think that's super important to point out.
Yep.
Is it's competitive, but it's not the same. There's affordability issues still.
Yeah.
Like our interest rates are still high, even though they might be coming down. They're still high. So
That's definitely been holding back the price ceiling from taking off.
Yeah.
Which is the perfect segue for prices in the 416. Yeah. So we did see some modest jumps on the month over month, but there were some dips in the year over year. So as you alluded to, semis had a good month for sales or transactions.
there you go.
Mm-hmm. And they jumped in price by 10%, by 120K.
Again, not surprising. Still love semis.
Yeah.
Still have the tightest inventory.
Yep.
And still a much better price point than detached.
Detached, yeah. But it's 1.3, just over 1.3 million to get into a semi in Toronto. So
I mean, also, that price is growing. So
yeah. In our towns, we've been following them since December. They did something kind of wild.
Yeah.
They spiked up to like 1.1 million in December. And then they dropped to like under 900,000 in January.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they're kind of leveled off at 970,000 is the average price, which is where it's been for most of last year.
Yes. Yeah. This makes sense. It's been cusping that $1 million line, except for that one moment.
You were just shot off.
Yeah.
I would love to know what the anomaly was in that.
There must have been some crazy,
Expensive
gigantic
townhouse.
Just one.
That
Just
skewed the
one.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened there. Yeah.
$6
But then the
million
next month, nothing happened and it dropped below 9.
Yeah. Makes no sense.
Could we be dealing with a clerical error here?
Ooh. Oh.
We got to investigate.
We got to investigate.
Yeah, probably we're not going to investigate that. We'll just accept that
this
it
will
is what
lead
it is.
nowhere.
Yeah, it's an anomaly. Detached was up month over month by 5.5%, but it did see a 3.2% drop. So a $55,000 drop in average price of detached for February compared to the same time last year.
Year over year.
Yeah, year over year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, they're selling, but still there are some pockets where they're not taking off as high as one would expect with a bidding war scenario happening.
Yeah, makes total sense. Go ahead. You can
Round it off with condos.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Condos were slightly up, a 2.4% increase in price. I mean, I consider that almost no change compared to last year, but I think we are turning the corner in condo land. And I strongly believe that the next quarter, the next 3-4 months are going to result in some increases for condos.
Yeah.
Spotlight coming back to them.
I think you're right.
Thank you.
I think you're right about that. I found something interesting.
Ooh.
Because February, if people out there remember, is a very special month.
Because of love?
Because of love.
Okay.
Yeah. But also because there's been some major changes that happen in March. So February is always the last month that happens before, I'll say, some stuff hits the fan.
Okay.
Or the opposite effect. So in February 2020 was the last month before the pandemic hit.
Okay. So nothing to do with Valentine's Day here.
Nothing to do with that.
Okay. I'll erase that love comment I made. Sorry, you're on a tangent. Go.
So February 2020 was the beginning of the pandemic. Then February of 2022 was the beginning of, or the last month of the lowest rates on the planet. So this was always the peaks before craziness happened for the last few years. And I wanted just to break down the numbers of what had happened and how the roller coaster kind of took effect.
Okay.
Just to explain to people, or if somebody had bought pre-pandemic where things are sitting, if they're just reading news headlines and wanted to dive in a little bit more, and then for people who have been waiting for the big drop to happen. So I just wanted to run through it. I'm going to run through each segment and tell you what happened in 2020, then 2022, and then 2024.
Okay.
And then kind of do a little summary at the end.
I'm liking this.
So in 2020, detached houses sat at an average of 1.48 million.
Okay.
Then it skyrocketed during the pandemic when everything was crazy to above $2 million for an average detached house in Toronto. And today we sit at 1.65 million. So for those who, I'll break here, but for those who are, and this is a common trend for each place, who bought before pandemic, you're still ahead of the game. You haven't dropped. There hasn't been this big, you're ahead by a decent amount actually.
Yeah.
100,000, 200,000, 150,000 ish.
Yeah.
And for those who are waiting for the big drop, we have had a gigantic drop. It went from average being $2 million to $1.65 million. And we've been coasting since we had that initial major drop. It hasn't been shifting either way.
Yeah. It's kind of held the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody is still sitting on the sidelines, there's still that major drop did come. That big discount did come. Each of these segments dropped anywhere from 11% to 17% in price. So the drop is here. We're in it right now.
We've experienced it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows what the future may hold, but by the sounds of it and by the way activity is moving, I don't know. I'm optimistic. So let's go. Semis will do the same thing. So semis in 2020 were at an average of 1.2 million. They went up to 1.5 million and then back down to 1.3 million. So still ahead of the 1.2 that was 2020.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. And towns, let's do the same thing. So towns started at 846,000, went up to 1.1 million in the pandemic, and then back down to a middle ground of 970,000. And condos, interestingly enough, were the least volatile, and they just held a consistent base. So the only segment that did this. So it went from 722,000 to in the pandemic as high as 822,000. Or sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 822,000, and then back down to we're 726 right now.
So almost
Pretty close to where we were in
pre-COVID pricing.
Yeah, but also didn't spike the same way.
Yeah.
So you didn't ride that wave of
More volatility, less volatility.
Yes.
Yeah. More stability. With
more
condos.
stability. Yeah. That's how I'd put it. So yeah, just wanted to point that out.
That's a really good. How'd you come up with that?
My brain was just spinning when I was.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that COVID was such a seismic event that you do need to treat kind of the impact of it all on its own. I like that you did that you look at before, during, and now where we're at. And I think we should revisit that maybe in a year or two and see like what happens next. Now that COVID talk is done, they're figuring out where rates are, what happens as they cut. Are we going to start to see a return to 2022 pricing?
Yeah.
I think we will. I don't think we're going to see it in a year. I think it's going to probably take 2 to 4 years. It'll be a longer ride up.
Yeah.
But as rates come down, and this is all very much also rate dependent, right? Because in COVID, rates were incredibly low.
Right.
At the peak, they were at their lowest, and I think that was the effect of low rates. And now we're seeing what happens when rates are high.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I'm taking from all this experience of the last 5 years is how dependent the market is on rates. That is probably one of your biggest indicators. And maybe this is a no-brainer for many people, but we really got to see this in play of how rates really impact values of houses.
Well, and it makes total sense because, I mean, like, again, this may seem obvious, but like your monthly payment is your monthly payment.
Right.
And your purchase price is, yes, it's obviously very impactful, but if you can only, as an individual or as a household, can only afford $3,000 a month, that's where your price point is going to sit for what you're trying to get. And you may move to different segments, but if you have a family, you're not going to move into a one bedroom condo.
Right.
So there's a certain ladder that needs to get, like those interest rates will keep people in whatever price range they can afford at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So in February, it's February. It's always February that something weird happens.
I love when you find like a trend like that. I would never think of, I thought you were talking about something Valentine's Day related. As I said, love. But yeah, February is a definitely interesting transitionary month that up or down, things happen after February.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially for the last few years, it's been pretty intense. So
okay. You might be onto something. We got to get Malcolm Gladwell, the Outlier author, to interview you.
Oh, all right.
Shall we get into months of inventory?
Yeah.
This is another Joey segment that you really shine in. So let the people have it.
All right. So let's talk about, so I'll re-explain it for any new subscribers that might be involved. Months of inventory is if we stop new inventory from hitting the MLS. How long would it take to sell out of that inventory?
How long to sell what we currently have on the market?
Correct.
Love it.
Yeah. So 1 to 3 months is a seller's market, which means inventory is tight and prices go up. 4 to 6 months of inventory means it's a balanced market, proper negotiations, and it's just more even keel. And then 6+ months of inventory means there's a lot of choice and prices tend to drop. Spoiler alert for this month, every segment is in a seller's market.
In a seller's market.
Yeah.
We haven't been seeing that in a while. It's been balanced for a bit.
It's been generally balanced number-wise, especially with condos. But every segment is
in a seller's market.
Yeah, is in a seller's market.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my award ceremony like I do every time we do this. For tightest inventory goes to, again, it's going to stay with semis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Semis.
By design, there's not a lot of inventory.
There's not a lot of inventory, but also there's such little inventory and activity on it, as we talked about earlier, is up quite a bit. So it went from 0.9 months of inventory, which is less than a month of inventory, to 0.7, which is, we're getting close to just like half a month of inventory that's sitting on the market. The runner-up goes to townhouses. Went from 1.2 months of inventory to 1.1 months of inventory. And then in third place, detached. And detached actually had the biggest drop in inventory.
Okay.
So detached went from 2 months of inventory to 1.5 months of inventory. Huge decline. You can see they always seem to be the most volatile when it comes to like
detached.
Yeah. Like when it's on, it's really on. So it took a huge,
and the price varies so significantly for a detached because you can have a starter bungalow in and around the $1 million mark, and you can have a 50-footer mega mansion for $3 million plus.
You know what? Yeah, I think that you just make a lot of sense in my head. Yeah.
It's such a varying style of housing. It could represent so many different segments of the pricing.
Yeah.
Segment. So
yeah, that's very true. And I wanted to give, because we're talking about the tightest inventory, I wanted to give the loosest inventory award.
All right, let's hear it.
Loosest is still condos.
Yeah.
It went from, but it's still decreased.
Yeah.
in inventory.
So it got tighter.
It got tighter.
Yep.
Yeah. So it went from 3.5 months of inventory to 3.3. Still, all three segments are in a seller's market. Condos are kind of
balanced a little bit.
They're cusping a little bit, but
they came down.
They came down.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll probably see more of that coming in months ahead as well. Like it will be the big shifter.
Yeah, I think so. There's going to be condos. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I'll leave it there. And that's basically it. So as much as we've seen, I don't know, we've talked about it at the beginning when we were summarizing everything, but active listings are increasing. I think we're at like 11,000 something right now, but absorption, people are buying them up.
Yeah.
So as much as active listings are up, which makes sense in February,
Yep.
People are buying.
Yeah. I think the next Bank of Canada meeting, is it April? It's probably April, then they May off, and then June.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So we're going to be definitely watching. So my bet is in April, there's going to be a
You're
cut.
in, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say so. I'm sticking to summer.
Yeah. You're probably going to win this one. But I don't know. I just feeling a little risque.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll go that way. But definitely something to watch. Regardless, within the next 3 meetings, there will be probably a cut happening. And that's really going to, as we said, have an impact on sales numbers. So, if you're kind of on the fence, that window for the big drop is probably closed.
Yeah.
You're probably going to be anticipating a bidding war if you're in looking for a detached house or a semi. But condos, you do have still a little bit of wiggle room there. And some condos are sitting on the market a little bit longer. You could get a bit of a...
There's room right now to negotiate. Yeah.
Yep.
There's lots of inventory coming up with new construction too. So there's definitely inventory. Like if you're thinking long term, this is a good time to still take that opportunity.
Yep. Still there. Cool. Love it. I'm done with stats.
Me too.
You done with stats?
Yeah, 100%.
We can put it to bed for a month. Not look at them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool. Any shout outs?
Shout out Kathy.
Kathy from Cherry Jam.
From Cherry Jam Rehearsal.
Cherry Jam. Can I come to a rehearsal one night? Is that weird?
Yeah, come by.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just sit there and listen to you guys jam out? How long do you jam?
You might be bored, but you can do the slapper.
Yeah. I'll bring my harmonica like Steven Tyler.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry makes those funny movies like Medina's Family Vacation.
I gotta look him up. Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
It sounds so familiar. Oh yeah.
You know those movies I'm talking about?
Yes.
He plays like an older grandmother.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
It just clicked.
Yeah.
The Dr. Doolittle number 2.
Is it? Is he?
I don't know.
But
like he dresses up as
another character. Yeah. Speaking of good shows to watch, Griselda. Get into Griselda.
Okay, what is this?
Griselda is the story of a female Colombian drug lord who takes over Miami. It's based on a true story. She's called the Cocaine Godmother. Yeah, I know. It took a turn.
Yeah.
And it's played by, what's her name? Sofia Varga?
Vergara's or something?
Vergara. Yeah. What's her? Something like that. Modern Family. What's the husband's name? Ed? No, that's his real name.
His name is Jay, I think.
Jay. Now, I remember the episode when they thought there was a parrot and it was her calling Jay. That parrot never stopped saying Jay, and she called Jay. Sofia Vargas. Is Vargas?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She does an incredible job playing Griselda.
Yeah, okay.
It is so convincing. She's got like a prosthetic nose and like they do something with her jaw, but it is very well done. She deserves some
type of award.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
6 episodes. It's on Netflix. They're about an hour long each.
Nice.
You can break it off one a night, get through it.
It's true story.
Based on a true story.
Yeah.
It's a little bit fictionalized, but I actually think when I was reading her real story, they actually tame her character down from some of the carnage she's actually...
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Griselda.
I just watched War Dogs recently.
Never heard of it.
No? With oh my God, Jonah Hill and
oh, maybe I did hear about this. He's a arms dealer.
Yeah, arms
dealer. Old. It's an old movie.
Yeah, it's an older one. Yeah. I just watched it. I watched it on an airplane for the first time, but also
great movie,
amazing movie.
Yeah.
And I started looking into like the information behind it.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. Apparently, the guy who Jonah Hill plays is about 1,000 times worse than Jonah Hill lets on. Yeah, he's apparently terrible for it.
War. Have you watched God of War? With Jack Nicholson. He's also an arms dealer.
No.
Also a great movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Gotta watch something light. Emily in Paris, season 3.
Yeah.
Dropping
You know
in June.
what? Whose line is it anyway? Let's go there.
Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
Isn't that a show?
It's an improv show.
Improv show?
Yeah.
Is that what you do when you want to get light and airy?
That's 1,000,000%.
Okay.
Whose line is it anyway is like one of my favorite shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my guilty pleasure? Curse of Oak Island.
Curse of Oak Island.
Ever hear of it?
No.
Oh, it's the stupidest show ever.
Okay.
I actually canceled my cable. It got so bad because I was like, this show's so stupid. I canceled cable completely. It's two brothers, Rick and Marty Lagina. You never heard of this show?
No, I have not heard of
so
this.
bad. It's on History Channel. There's an island in Nova Scotia that is apparently holding treasures. And for 11 seasons, they've been digging on this island trying to find the treasures. They found a gold coin, a cross, a couple buttons. They're millions of dollars.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Adriana hates when I watch this show, and I friggin' love it.
And it's every episode they're just searching new spots
On this island. It's a very small island. They're digging holes. But what's so bad about this show is they do these recaps. So like of new content, it's a 45-minute show. There's probably 3 to 5 minutes of actual new stuff.
Yeah.
They reintroduce the characters every week. And they give you the whole rundown. Like Rick and Marty Lagina, brothers from America, have been searching. Every week they tell you who they are. You know who it's 11 seasons. And then like they'll find like a gold button in borehole 3 from the 1700s. In the 1700s, Jacques Cousteau.
They go into
and I'm like, bro, just do. Is there anything? And I'm so addicted to the show. It puts me to sleep. It's like my good night, good show. That and
Good feels show.
that and Ancient Aliens.
Ancient Aliens.
You ever watch that?
No, I've never watched Ancient Aliens.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's equally as bad. Could it be aliens from a former lifetime? Like, yeah, it's wild. Yeah.
And they never uncover anything, I'm assuming.
Oh, they've run out of content. Now they just do top 10 lists, and it's regurgitating the 20 seasons that they have.
episodes they did.
So like, I'm so well versed in Ancient Aliens. You can ask me anything about Ancient Aliens. I'll tell you all about it. And on that note,
Yeah. Yes.
enjoy your daylight savings time.
That's right.
Get that extra sleep. Be careful on the roads as you're adjusting. Try to really be cautious out there, and have a great week.
Have a good week.
Thanks for listening to the Toronto Livings Real Estate Podcast. You could find more information on how we work over at torontolivings.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter to get price reports from over 150 different neighborhoods in the city each and every month.
If you got any value, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening.